right now? I thought he just said he had to start the thing.
Maybe it's we're live for Google, but we're not live for Facebook. Let's see. Did I answer all the questions? Oh, I didn't really answer Todd's phone very good.
I got a good one for Todd's. Oh, Todd just posted it.
There's so many things going on. There we are.
Todd just.
All right. Do we need to talk about anything before we start, or should we just? Oh, we should probably all share the post.
I already did.
Okay, cool.
Also,
Triers, if you're watching, go ahead and share the post because you know it's pretty cool when that happens. Such charisma.
That's what you can get when you tune into this charismatic show.
Wow. It's even worse than me, man. Is the stream lagging? Is the stream working? I can't tell.
I think so. I mean, it's lagging like it always does, but
Yeah. Okay, share. What happened? There it is. All right, Triers, if you're just tuning in, well, you're not tuning in because it's just us watching the show right now.
We love ourselves.
Yeah. When you tune in, yeah, I forgot what I was going to say already. Oh, well, doesn't matter.
This is going good.
Yeah.
off to a solid start.
Okay. Okay. This week. Check out the live. We're getting started.
Your audio cut out for a second there.
It did? Mother trucker.
I don't know, maybe it's the feed. Steven, do you experiencing Todd's audio being weird?
No, it sounds fine on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting started.
Yeah, it looks like it's okay. Good. All right, I'm tagging you guys for funsies. And then I'm tag some Mac up in here. Yeah.
Should we record?
Yeah, it sounds a heck of a lot better when we do. So.
Oh, okay. Let me do that.
Recording.
Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. And post.
Recording.
All right. And we're going to get started in just a second here. Triers.
It's still just us.
There's one person, probably
yeah.
Jess. Probably Jess.
It might be Candace.
Yeah. Yeah, one of our wives is supporting us. Sabrina, maybe.
Yeah.
What's up, Sabrina? It's you. Cuss, where did it go? QuickTime player. Yeah, still trying to get down the whole order of things for the live show. Got recording. All right, shall we?
Let's do this.
All right. Welcome to Try Again. I'm going to start again. Welcome to Try Again, Movie Club. Hey, enough with the movies already. This week we watched $1 Million Baby. The whole premise of our show is that each week we watch a movie and then we review it and we talk as much crap on it as we possibly can. So $1 Million Baby again is the movie this week. I am your host, Todd Perkins, joined by my co-hosts, Stephen Comstock.
Hey.
And Mac McEnroe.
Hi.
All right. Okay, so review. Should we do the score on the card thing, or should we just say it, or what?
I've got a card written.
I'll do my
Okay.
fingers.
Yeah, I'm going to do my fingers too, okay? Let's just all review it, and then we'll talk about it one by one. Cool?
Deal.
Go.
All right, I'm going with one of these. Yeah,
8.
8 even.
I also gave it an 8.
All right. Ooh, cool 8.
6.5.
I hate this.
That's good. I think, Mac, as we talk about this, you might bring my rating down. Okay, first of all, I thought it was a solid movie. My real critique, why I didn't give it a higher, was like I really felt like the rednecks were like did not belong with the tone of the movie. Like Morgan Freeman's narration is very serious, and then you have like some redneck kid I think he's mentally ill. I don't know if he's stupid or if he's
Danger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
he was
Danger
supposed to be
actually-
like. I think he was supposed to be like mentally challenged.
Yeah. He's got something wrong in the head, but he's just really goofy. And then their redneck family's just like, I need my welfare check. And I don't know. I felt like that really was an awkward contrast with the serious nature of the movie. So I thought it was really good, but that part was just uncomfortable for me, I guess. So, Steven, why did you give it an 8?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say that this movie isn't really depressing because, like, right off the bat, it's just sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he loses, like, his prize fighter for
Did you
somebody
notice
else.
that was Luke Cage?
Was it?
Yeah. He looked totally different. I could only tell by his voice.
He looked smaller than Luke Cage.
Oh,
Luke Cage is pretty,
way
is
smaller.
pretty jacked. And then the other dude that beats up Danger, what was his name?
Oh, yeah, he was Falcon.
Yeah, he was Falcon.
Yeah.
That's right. And then the Mexican dude that was like his sparring partner was the dude in
Ant-Man. He was
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what. Okay. It all
Yeah.
makes sense.
So there was a lot of I guess this movie was 2004, so they weren't
Yeah.
quite as famous, but pretty good cast. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard for me. I mean, maybe Matt can point out what he didn't like about it, but it just seemed like a really good movie. It was sad and it was a depressing movie, which it was, I think, supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be like a cheerful movie, but it was a good story, and it was sad and emotional, and you felt bad for all the characters, and I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was just a well-told story.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mac, what do you got?
Yeah, so I mean, I agree with all you guys. I thought the rednecks kind of did were incongruent with the movie. It seemed like a little bit. They felt like they were from a different movie and just coming
Yeah.
a cameo. More of the family to me than the other dude, the gym dude. The gym dude kind of worked for me.
Yeah.
But I just don't like being super depressed. I think it was
Really?
That's weird.
I think it was a fine movie. It's just I don't want to feel depressed watching a movie.
It made you feel crap you don't want to feel.
Well, it's like that part of the movie that every movie has. It's like, in the middle-ish when everything goes to crap and then they fix
Yeah.
everything. Except for the whole movie was
At
just
the
that part.
beginning, middle, and
They fixed it all and then they broke it again, like way.
no,
more.
they broke it and then they re-broke it and then they broke the same thing like multiple times.
Yeah, so that's where I am. I mean, I think it was a well-made movie and everything. It's just for me, I don't want to watch it again or
Yeah.
anything. Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so the whole time I was watching it, especially at the end, I was thinking, what if you were to say that, like, the moral of the story is what? Like, what would you say is the moral of the story of this movie?
That's a really good question.
My thought is Clint Eastwood ruins people's lives. Moral of the story: get the F away from Clint Eastwood.
I don't know. Maybe it's about like quality versus quantity of life kind of thing or something.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I think she died fulfilling her dream, and she would rather do that than live a
her
life
welfare
that
mom?
she didn't. Yeah, a life that wasn't fulfilling to her. I guess.
Also, I was thinking, this is a little bit of a tangent. Well, actually, Mac, were you going to say something? I don't want to
No, go for it.
tangent that much yet. Okay.
Tangent away, man.
I was
Tangent
like,
your
man, I
heart
was
out.
driving thinking about the rednecks today, and I was thinking, I'm really glad that they were white, because if they were any other race, it would have been the most racist thing I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, they were a caricature. They were a caricature of poor white people in the South or whatever.
Yeah, and it was.
It's pretty interesting that the chick that ended up breaking Maggie's neck, Hilary Swank's neck, by what's it called? Like
Knocking
Cheap
her out
shot.
into a chair.
yeah, cheap shotting her. Even though she was the person that did that, I hated her family way more than I hated that chick. Her family was the worst.
Yeah, her family was awful.
I think that chick, like, you know what she is. You look at her, she's not like trying to deceive you or anything. It's just like, yeah, I'm a huge jerk and I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, that's kind of her thing.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
that's
like
why.
you could tell she's dirty just from like looking at her.
Yeah.
But her family's like, oh, we're gonna sign here with your stupid mouth.
Yeah, like, I don't know. They were already like you said, like a caricature in this
Mhm.
totally serious movie, like one of the most serious movies I've ever seen in my life. And it's just like they go to Disneyland and like,
Well, I don't know, man. I thought they fit in the movie just fine. It didn't really stand out to me that they were like not part of the movie.
See, to me, it
I
felt
just-
like they were somewhere between like Joe Dirt and this movie. Like,
Yeah.
they're,
But
like,
she,
working their way
but
over.
she says like that's where she came from,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. It didn't stand out to me. It stood out to me just to the point of like, it would be really difficult for somebody with as much character as she had to come from a family like that.
yeah.
But that's about it. Like, I mean, that's possible to me.
Yeah, I think for me it was like I felt like they were so exaggerated redneck stupid that it was like almost like watching 30 Rock or something like that. Like something that's like total satire.
Well, and there's
Yeah.
never like a moment where you think like where there's any way for her to believe that they're okay. Like there's never a moment where you think they're good people at all, or they even try to seem like remotely good.
Yeah.
Like the brother is just like a total douche to Clint
Her.
Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's character and stuff. Like as soon as they arrive, it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, this guy's obviously not a good guy. Like obviously, it's just I don't know. There's no subtlety. It's just like
Yeah.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
think it's the least subtly played parts in this movie.
Yeah. Definitely. So, did it ever say what Clint Eastwood did to his daughter? Because, geez,
No,
what
doesn't
the
say.
crap, man!
Yeah,
You
it
look
doesn't
at
say.
how he ruined everybody's lives, and they still like stuck by him the whole time.
Well, maybe
Like, what
that's
did he do to
why.
her?
That's probably what happened. Maybe she got kind of sick, and then he
She's just-
tried to kill her.
She is literally just ahead now.
I have a theory. I have a fan theory about it.
Okay, what is it?
So you heard Clint Eastwood talking in this movie, and it's pretty obvious that he's Batman.
I don't know. Morgan Freeman can pass as Batman too with that voice.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that like her mom must be like Poison Ivy or something, and just she's a mama's girl.
Oh, there we go. I was thinking about Morgan Freeman when they were beating up Danger, and I was like, I never had thought about this before, but I was like, man, he is going to be dead by the time Freeman gets there. Like, Freeman does not have a hustle button. Like, I've never seen that guy move faster than like a slow walking pace. And it was true. Like in the movie, he just like kind of walked slightly fast to get there when he hears this kid like getting murdered.
This is another movie where I kept thinking of Threat Level Midnight too, just because the narration.
Yeah. Threat Level Midnight.
Kept waiting for Clint Eastwood to do like the Scarn.
Oh, I forgot about the Scarn.
That was the worst.
Good times.
So what would you say was the, well, I'm assuming you both thought that that her family was the worst part of the movie.
Yeah.
What
No,
would
for
you
me,
say?
it was just like the depressingness. It wasn't like her family even.
Just the whole tone of the movie.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it was just
but-
like, I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't for me. Like the first part of the, like the first like half the movie or so, I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm entertained. And then it just like was a depression show. So
Yeah.
Most movies wrap up without a super depressing ending, like, oh, she's going to be the champion and she fulfilled her dream. And it was just like, no, she tried to, and then she failed as miserably as you could possibly fail. And then she tried to kill herself by eating her own tongue. So, moral of the story.
when you put it that way,
Yeah.
Like that, it's hilarious.
I didn't realize this was a comedy until just now. The Redneck Family totally goes.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. They always ate their tongues growing up, and she taught them that. And it was just kind of worked its way into the movie.
It was cute if you really think about it.
Yeah, and all those cute, funny scenes where she was eating other people's steak. You know? It's all a joke.
So zany.
Look how imagine the movie with like a quirky soundtrack. You know, it's like, doo-doo-doo-doo, and she's like stealing steaks.
So what would you say was the best part of the movie then?
The relationship between Clint Eastwood and Hilary Swank, I think that was pretty amazing. You know, it was like she was like his daughter. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah, so she kind of replaced his daughter, and he replaced her dad.
Yeah,
There was another person that was gone, but never explained where he went, or if he was dead, or just left, or
yeah.
he just was gone.
Well, and like when he told her like what the thing means in Gaelic, that was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good like relationships and deep relationships in the movie, and I really like that. Like, and that's why like I thought it was really well done, and it was a good story, and it was told well. It was just like the rednecks were just distracting for me, but
Yeah, they weren't like, it didn't feel like a real relationship like between any of the other two characters in the movie,
yeah,
or the other two main characters.
yeah. But yeah, that whole relationship between the main characters was just, it was fantastic.
It really was.
Yeah. Anything else? Is this something that you think everybody should see?
I would say I would recommend this to anybody. I think.
I don't know. I don't think it's like an imperative thing you have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. It was entertaining, but it's just depressing and stuff too. So I don't know. It just
I guess it would depend on the person.
I don't think it's it's not a everyone movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I agree with that. I want to show this to people who have wild dreams that they want to follow. Like showing it to my kids. This is what happens when you follow your freaking dreams.
It depends on how much you like or hate that person. What if you want them to die?
You're gonna try to be a doctor. Somebody's gonna stab you in the eye. It's all over. Okay.
That's what happens. Don't follow your
Legs
dreams.
gonna get chopped off, and you're gonna eat your tongue.
The good message is to become friends with people that clearly hate you and don't want you around. Those are the people you should look for in friendship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's like, what do you guys think about that philosophy, by the way? Like the quantity versus quality of life. I mean, like, do you think it's worth it to pursue your dreams if it literally kills you young?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to like live forever just being like bored or something. Just like, I don't know. I like the idea of like, you have to enjoy it.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, man. I would say you can find, I don't think you have to like pursue what you would think is your dream to be happy.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean? I think you can find happiness without having to do what you think would be your dream. Because maybe it's not. You know,
Yeah.
maybe you get halfway there and you're like, this isn't really what I thought, and you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Like, it's not necessarily follow your dream to me. It's just find the quality for me. It's find what is
Yeah.
quality for you. So that might change as you go along.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, living a sucky life where you're super sad all the time, or maybe having like the worst job ever,
Mhm.
and dying super old but being depressed. Probably a crappier alternative than
Well, you
like,
hear people say like with the exercising type stuff that's hard on your body, like, yeah, you'll live 7 more years, but you'll be like, in bed because your body's all tore up or something like that for the last 7 years or whatever. So it's just like,
might as well not exercise.
And you probably
That's my
spend
theory.
7 years exercising.
And you know what? You might die exercising anyway.
You'll fall and hit your face on a bar stool and
that's the point of this movie.
try to eat your tongue. It all resorts back to eating your tongue.
I was thinking about like the philosophy of this, and it's like, for me, it's a little bit hard to relate since I'm like literally the safest person that I know. I see, like, if I were her, I would have known about the chair. I would have known about the chair. I would have been thinking about the chair at every second. I'd be thinking she was going to sucker punch me at every freaking second. And I think on my deathbed, I'd be like, really? I did this for a boxing? What a freaking mistake.
Yeah, but if your choice is like boxing or eating other people's spent steak, like, it's not like it's like she had all these other awesome things going on. Like,
But
that's
like,
true.
I could be a doctor.
But you're still eating steak though, It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Good point. Steak is steak.
You eat steak and you get to keep your leg. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good deal.
You can still breathe under your own strength.
Oh man.
Either eat steak or eat your own tongue. You choose.
Well, who's to say she wouldn't have tripped and fallen on a chair in the diner?
Yeah.
There's always chairs around.
Yeah. Everywhere.
They'll get you when you're least suspecting it.
And a patient could sucker punch you at any time,
Never trust a chair.
That's
If
the
there's a
rules
human
I
by
live
it,
by.
you need to beware.
Stupid chairs.
Also, I was thinking, and this is, I don't know if we want to go down this direction, but like, I was like, I don't know if I would want to kill myself. Like, if I were in her shoes, or if I were a Clint Eastwood, I'd be like, dude, like, you're pretty much just a head, but you still have a personality. We could talk. I could read books to you, we could be friends.
Yeah, but she was only like 32.
Yeah.
So that would be what you would do for the next, I don't know, 60 years.
It's a long time to be a head.
I feel like she gave it enough of a chance. She gave it like a long time in the movie. It seems
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't
Yeah.
just like a few days. So it was like months or something.
that's an impression I got. Got an impression
Yeah, I
it was a
think it was
while.
a couple of months.
Yeah,
I
so
don't think you have to amputate your leg after like a week of sitting
Right.
in the same spot.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. You could kind of tell that everything super sucks at that point.
Yeah. What happened to her wheelchair? I thought she had a wheelchair too.
Yeah.
Well, she did, but they said it took like hours for her to get in it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that was always the case, but also, I mean, she couldn't even breathe on her own.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty sucky.
Yeah.
It's really sucky.
I'd rather just be dead, I think.
Yeah.
That would be a tough call, man.
Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, that was depressing.
Right.
So,
Thanks, Steven.
Yeah, way to
Yeah.
pick the most depressing piece of crap.
Go eat your own tongue.
Really brighten my day
Go
off.
eat a tongue, man. Okay. Let's go to the random questions of randomness. And I got them somewhere. Well, who wants to go first? Do you guys remember yours?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll go.
Okay.
All right. So, what could you do for 2 hours and 12 minutes that would be more depressing than watching this movie?
I thought you were gonna ask the other question.
Well, he's got two.
I got you.
Oh, I only answered one.
Okay, Todd, go.
I don't know. I mean, like being in a freaking what's that thing called? Solitary confinement. I think that'd be more depressing for 2.5 hours. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't think I would mind that much.
On a regular basis, I search for solitary confinement for my 3 children, dude.
It's like you build a shed just for that. It's dad's solitary confinement chamber.
Do a little meditation, take a nap. That'd be wonderful.
You're all snuggled up in your little jacket.
Man, I wanna
The
be
nice padded
solitary
room.
right now.
Sounds like heaven. You suck at being depressed.
I guess you just like this movie.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
That's good. The only thing I can think of is having this movie on 2 screens.
That are like half a second off from each other.
Oh, no. That's the worst.
My answer was watching this movie while paralyzed.
Oh,
watching this movie while someone throws bar stools at you.
I would be chopping tongue so hard.
oh. Oh man, that was fantastic. Steven, what's your question?
My question is, sorry. My question is, what would be your fighting name? I guess. I forgot what her name was in the movie, but it turned out it was like
Something
a Gaelic.
Yeah.
Gaelic.
Matryoshka.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
chanting
it sounded
it.
like babushka, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be like my heart, I guess.
My darling.
My darling. Yeah, I think it translated a couple of different ways. I looked it up.
Mhm.
But so anyways, what would be your name? Todd.
This is kind of a cheating name because it's somebody else's name already, but I was thinking of going with the Jinja Ninja.
Nice.
Hey, that's
Okay.
John Ryan from the Seahawks.
There you go. Jinja Ninja. So I stole it, but it's a cool name. It's a cool name. Sorry. Okay. Props
long
to
as
the
you're
person
sorry.
who invented it. As long as I'm sorry. That's what I said when I was getting a speeding ticket, and the cop was, yeah, as long as you're sorry.
Move along. You knew that's all you had to say.
That's it.
Go ahead, Mac. What do you got?
So I went with Mackie Punch Punch because it wasn't feeling very creative. Also thought Mackie Two Chin sounds like a good boxing name.
Two
Nike
Chin?
Two
Oh,
Chins?
that's
I like it.
awesome.
I like it.
That is a fantastic one. Wait, Steven, you got yours, huh?
Yeah. I actually looked up I picked one and then I looked it up in Gaelic.
Ah.
So it's Non Nakara, and it translates to not in the face.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. Okay, my question is imagine a spin-off movie about one or more of the rednecks, and what would you call it, and what would it be about? Mac. Spin-off.
Yeah, so I forgot the first part or the title part.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But I was just gonna make a reality show about them trying to get her money and stuff. And it's gonna be hilarious. Like you know.
Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, Honey Boo Boo.
I like it.
That sounds awesome.
I'd watch
Steven,
it.
where'd you go?
Okay. Mine would be similar to this movie, but it would be called Larry the Cable Guy Slowly Kills Himself. And then
I'd watch it. I'm in.
It would be narrated by Jeff Foxworthy, and he would just constantly be saying those stupid redneck jokes that he always says.
All right, I'm back out.
It had to be depressing, so I had to put that in.
Oh, that's great. I was thinking they get the money, they go on a vacation to, I don't know, Hawaii or something like that. They have to crash land on some deserted island and survive, and it's called Lord of the Fries.
Because she's fat.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's a long way to go for a fat joke.
Anywhere is a long way if you're a fat person.
Good times.
I have my other question.
Oh yeah, Mac's other question. Yeah.
All right. So in this movie, Morgan Freeman's character, whatever its name is, there's a
His name was
discussion. Eddie. There's a discussion about bleach products.
Oh yeah.
Because he buys the Clorox fancy bleach, and other dudes like, why don't you get the cheap stuff? Whatever, it smells better. He says about Clorox, whatever. All right, trailed off there. My question is, what's a product or a brand that you're that loyal to, even if it costs a little bit more? This is the marketing portion of our podcast. And Todd.
Mine's really cheesy, but Swanson broth, man. Swanson broth. Yeah, like I was like sick and I was just eating like chicken broth for a few days straight, and I got like Target brand broth, and it was fine. Tasted like slightly salty water. And then I got Swanson, and it was like there was all kinds of different flavor in there. So I noticed, sometimes with the brand name, there is a difference. And with Swanson broth, sponsor us.
That would have been so awesome if you had a can of Swanson.
With Swanson brand chicken broth.
Pick it up at your grocer's soup aisle.
Brought to you by Swanson.
Swanson. Go, Steven, go.
Well, I didn't pick a product. I picked a store, and that store is Target. Not to brag, but I love me some Target, man.
I agree 100%.
So, I mean, their prices aren't the cheapest, but
it's a better experience. It's worth
it. It is.
I know. I love me some Target.
Like it's better looking people, better looking store. It's just a better place to be.
It's so true. It's so true.
So I had two. One of them is Irish Spring body wash.
Yeah,
it's legit. It smells so good.
It does smell good,
and the smell like lasts. Not like some of these other body washes out there.
So much to
not naming any names.
When I call somebody a D bag, I'm thinking Dove bag.
You smell of Dove.
Dove bagger.
My other one is the original Mach 3. Not these fancy extra ones, but the original Mach 3 with regular shaving cream.
I totally have one of those.
Shaving cream, not gel. I don't want gel. That's the way to
go. Cream is superior. That's true.
Yep. This guy gets it done. I actually have one of those too, though, the Mach 3, and I use it. That's use it on my face today.
Yeah, they give you one when you turn 18.
Do they?
What?
Yeah. That's when I got my first one.
Who the F is they?
Planned Parenthood or something.
You're gonna be a dad soon. You might
plan ahead. Here's a razor.
That was the best. I don't think that if you thought about it for like 7 hours, you wouldn't have thought of a better thing to say than Planned Parenthood for the person who gives it to you when you turn 18. That was really million. Oh, I love that. All right, let's go to our next segment, which is try again segment, where we try things again.
Try again.
We haven't asked the triers anything.
I know. Well, it looked like they're not saying it. Is anybody saying anything? Because I'm not
No.
seeing anything.
A bunch of people are signed on, but
yeah, they're
Kenny
not.
Griffin commented,
Oh, okay.
the best part of our movie reviews is watching us laugh at each other.
It is. It's fun. That's my favorite part of the show.
That's why I'm
true.
here.
Yeah.
To laugh at you guys.
So I tried this week something that I haven't tried in actually a few years. Well, I've tried it, but anyway, I'll get to it. I made a game. I made a video game. Actually, the three of us have made a handful of games together. And I had this idea, like I was kind of just bored on Friday night, and I had some idea for a game, and I wanted to call it Punk Rock Knife Fight. And
I'm into it.
I made it. I made like the entire thing already, and it's pretty fun. I think I'm gonna release it maybe tomorrow or Friday, and it'll be playable like in a web browser, like on the PC and stuff.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. So yeah, Punk Rock Knife Fight. Look for it. I might talk about it next week and tell you where you can find it. But if you have to pay for it, it'll be like 10 cents at the most. So it's gonna be really cheap. And yeah, it's a simple thing where you throw knives at pixelated punk rockers that look like famous rockers. Like today, I made Andrew WK, so he's going to be in there. I'll call him Drew, maybe. And then there's I made Lemmy from Motorhead, and I made the guy from Glenn Danzig. They look like crap. They're like pixelated guys, but anyway, I'm excited about it. Punk Rock Knife Fight coming soon.
I like it.
Yep, Steven.
Okay, so like parents do, I've rated my children's Halloween candy multiple times.
Oh, cool.
And I found candy that I realized that I've never had before. And so I'm decided I'm going to try it on the show. It's this.
Ah.
Talk louder so I could see it.
So it's called a Cowtails.
Ah.
And I've never had one. And they had like a bunch of them. So I don't know if they're new or what.
No, they've
The
been
name is
around for years.
appetizing.
They've been around
Yeah?
for years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like it has like a caramel thing with like a creamy middle. Looks pretty
Nougat
good.
thing.
He's eating it now, by the way.
I'm eating it right now. I like the
It wasn't on
texture.
camera.
It kind of tastes like a soft Tootsie Roll with a crappy Oreo filling.
I'm not into
Yeah.
it.
It's like a marshmallow filling or something like that.
Is it?
That's what I always thought of it as. I don't know if that's
It's
accurate.
not. It's not marshmallow. Maybe it is, but it's like worse than like hot chocolate marshmallows.
Marshmallows are overrated when I put it out there.
I
So-
like in certain. Yeah, maybe they are.
They're
This
usually
isn't very
overrated.
good. I'm not going to finish the other half of this because it tastes like butt.
Like a cowtail.
Yeah, it's properly named. It's properly named, that's for sure. Maybe cow pie.
Cow pie.
I would give this a 4 out of 10. That tastes like butt. That was awful.
Well, that was fun to watch.
I like how it's a 410 still.
Well, I
You didn't
swallowed
puke.
it. I didn't
Yeah.
gag. Yeah.
Any day, watch your friends eating butt is a good day.
All right.
All right, Mac, what did you try?
So I got some brand new guitar strings for my guitar, or for my bass guitar, and they're called like Cobalts, I think, and they're from Ernie Ball. And so far, I'm not a big fan. They sound like too bright, like too. I don't know. Chad was over today, and he loves them because they sound like Duff McKagan's bass. But I'll like them in like a week probably.
That's
So,
cool. No, yeah, the brightness tones down, right? Takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, like a week or two.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
still playing with Chad a lot or what?
Yep, on the weekly.
Sweet. Do you guys have a drummer? Is it just you two for now?
Just us two for now.
Sweet, man. I'm jealous of that. Fantasize about it. Yeah. Okay, one more thing before we wrap up. Our friend of the show, Trier Will, says he doesn't have a brand, but he still buys CDs. So,
Really?
yeah.
For audio quality? I guess I'm not going to find out.
I don't know. It's going to take a while to hear back. Thanks for watching, Will. We appreciate you. You're a good man. Will is actually the guy that took me to Green Day. So,
Oh, cool.
he's a good man. He is a good man.
Good work, Will.
Good work. Yeah, definitely. And speaking of good men, that wraps up our discussion of the movie that we watched, $1 Million Baby. And I want to talk about next week. And this recommendation came from a friend of the show. Remember last week we talked about a guy named Chase.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine who has been bothering me to watch one of his movie ideas for about a year now. He's been listening to the podcast from the very beginning, and he wants to kick me in the crotch because I haven't picked one of his movies yet. So to save my crotch and my future children, I'm going to choose for next week Tombstone.
All right. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, so it wasn't a big surprise, but I really want to see it. I really want to see it.
I've seen it.
Yeah. You've
It's been
seen
a
it?
really, yeah, it's been a really long time, but I've seen it.
Okay.
Same.
I think it'll be good to watch it again, probably.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good.
Cool.
You seen it, Mac?
Yeah, but it was when I was like a child. So
Yeah, same.
All right. Will, by the way, says totally for the sound quality. So, yeah. So, hey, thanks for continuing to listen, Will, and watch.
come on the show.
Yeah. Okay, so that's next week. Tombstone. Yeah, and thanks for listening to the show, watching the show, whatever you did today. You're great. We love you, Triers. We appreciate your fanhoodness. I don't know.
If you do want to watch $1 Million Baby, do it in the middle of the day and not at night when you're gonna go to bed and be all depressed and sad. Watch it, and then go out into like the sunshine. You know.
Make sure you have lots of time. Make sure you leave lots of time for like puppy videos.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, go hug a puppy.
Have people that you love around you.
Yeah.
Don't watch it by yourself.
Don't come in contact with any bar stools.
If you need someone to talk to, just give us a call.
That's it. Remember to like the podcast page. Try again podcast on Facebook to follow us. We're live each week on Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Pacific, so you can join in the fun. So that's it for this week, Triers, and we will see you next week. And